Man. Come on.
Now, that's what I call must-see TV. Do you have infinity dollars? Are you a drug kingpin? Would you drive a Lamborghini school bus? Could you afford a Lamborghini school bus? Do you have $6,000 and do you want to spend it on 2 guns welded into 1 gun? If you answered yes to any of those questions, I've got the gun for you, the Arsenal Double 1911. That's right, I'm reviewing the Arsenal Double 1911 for TFB TV. It sounds like I'm making fun of it, but it's actually a pretty cool gun. Now, granted, I'm going to say this moving forward so we just get it out of the way. There is literally no practical purpose whatsoever for this gun. This is a gun you buy for fun. This is a gun that costs $6,000. This is a gun where if you want to shoot something cool, hey, it really is cool to shoot. But for guys like you and I, we're probably not going to be able to afford it. Relax, watch the video, enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe. Arsenal's Double 1911 is formally designated the AF2011 A1 double barrel pistol. Arsenal claims this came about after Swiss armorer Vivian Mueller put together 2 SIG P210s about 10 years ago. Arsenal said, inspired by this feat, on the 100th anniversary of the 1911, decided to make the 2011. They claim that this is a true industrial market-ready double-barrel .45 caliber pistol that they assembled in only 6 months after what they call intense round-the-clock 3D designing, modeling, and machining. Now, whether or not a $6,000 gun is actually a market-ready pistol is up for debate. However, one thing that's not up for debate is the fact that this Double 1911 actually works as described. In any case, they claim that it's very pleasing, accurate, and great fun. There's no question that it's a relatively accurate gun. It's got a great trigger, and it is great fun. Now, whether or not it's pleasing is also questionable because recoil is pretty severe from this gun.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that kicks.
Yeah, no shit.
God, knocked my contact out.
Knocked your contact out?
My contact flew out. All right, I think we're back in.
Arsenal goes on to promote the what they call tremendous stopping power of the AF2011, going out of their way to point out that 2 bullets is a total of 460 grains impacting 1 to 2 inches apart, while the entire payload of 18 bullets exceeds 4,000 grains. This is interesting because I cannot conceive of a situation where somebody is going to be using the Arsenal 2011 in a self-defense situation, but hey, it's fun to think about, isn't it? As to the technical specs, they say this is a geometric lock semi-automatic double-barrel pistol. It's got a short recoil 1911 action, and they make it in 45 ACP and 38 Super Auto. And yes, while the AF 2011 does have 2 triggers, pulling 1 trigger is sufficient to discharge both barrels, as the gun has a single hammer that hits both firing pins. That said, the trigger's excellent, just as you'd expect from any high-end 1911. As you can see, you basically have 2 1911 magazines put together, and you load them alternatively.
Dude, I could sleep, seriously, I could sleep easily 12 hours every night of my life.
I believe you.
14 sometimes, but 12, no problem.
Hold on, action on. I have had problems today with the last round out of these magazines failing to feed. Oh, it fucking jammed, dude.
I thought it was empty.
And as you can imagine, that can be kind of disastrous if you need to clear them. I mean, it's almost funny to even talk about this gun in the hypothetical defense situation, because I would certainly hope nobody would rely on this as a self-defense gun. I'm also finding that if you do need to clear a malfunction, it is very difficult, because you're basically trying to clear two guns at the same time. Hold on, don't mess with it, dude. One more time, will you make sure I'm in this shot and that one before I shoot?
They should really make one of these where it turns around.
It does, but please, can you just fucking tell me if it's shot? And what about this one? Over here.
That's a picture. Oh no, it's not. You just have a weird look on your face.
Am I in the shot?
Yeah, you're in the shot.
Okay. That's a picture. Hold on.
Recording?
Yeah.
You gotta yell like action. You can yell action, I don't know.
It's been action. Action has been happening.
Action.
I did try to fire the AF2011 with only one round chambered, and as you would imagine, of course, it didn't even extract the round. That, of course, is a positive sign, because had the 2011 actually extracted the round, then that means that the recoil compensation system for the AF2011 would be awfully light. The sights are interchangeable, and they come in fixed and adjustable versions. And this all-steel monster weighs just a hair over 4 pounds unloaded. Wow. As you saw, the Arsenal 1911 comes in this fancy aluminum locked case that's velvet lined. Very appropriate if you're going to be dropping this kind of cheese on a double 1911. And unsurprisingly, the recoil is a little bit harder on this 1911 because you are kind of shooting two guns at once. While there's a substantial amount of weight behind this 1911, or these 1911s, is that how you say it? I don't know. But while they're weighty, it still doesn't do much to sap up the recoil. There is quite a bit of kick, and what I found is taking a grip, instead of trying to get a full grip under that tang, get as much thumb as you can underneath it, and then thumb on top of thumb. But you can see, and I definitely flinched too, I'm gonna own up to that, but you can definitely tell a little red on the hand. Now, this obviously isn't made for tournament shooting. It's not made to concealed carry. That would be awesome. It's not made for hunting. It's not made for really any other purpose except novelty. And chances are, if you're looking at this and you want to buy this, you know what you're getting into. This is a novelty gun. I checked the web, tried to find a few of these for sale, and it looked like they're going for around just shy of $6,000 for the blued version as I'm shooting here today. So they're definitely pricey, and you need some cash to blow if you're going to go double 1911. As far as the trigger goes, the trigger's pretty good. The triggers, one of the questions that I get asked the most about this gun is, you know, what happens when, how do the triggers work? Are you firing one barrel at a time? Do you need to pull both the triggers at the same time? And that's not the case. All you need to do is pull one of the triggers. One of the triggers will trip the other trigger, and it's a pretty light trigger pull. For a 1911, it's heavier than usual, but that said, we're still talking, 3-4 pounds. It's still pretty light, and that's for both triggers. As I referred to earlier, I found the best approach when you're shooting this double 1911 is to, right-handed, stick to the right trigger. Just pull the right trigger and just shoot it as if you're shooting a normal gun. Don't get too little hand behind that grip. Don't try to get both of those triggers. You'll probably end up hurting yourself.
Just pulling one trigger is sufficient, and you can even see the hammer is one piece. So to conclude my review of the AF2011, first, a big thank you to Sooner State Arsenal for sending me one to review. This is an expensive gun. They let me have it for a long time. I really appreciate it, guys. And if any of you are looking for one of these, I'm going to put Sooner State Arsenal's contact information in the description of the video so you can get one from them. So vis-a-vis the gun, why would you want to get one of these? Now, like I've said in the video, this isn't made to appeal to the masses. This isn't a concealed carry gun. It's not something you keep in your truck. This is for you guys, you Desert Eagle collectors, you people who want something really fun, really unique, maybe a little flashy. This is right up your alley if you're not worried about spending a few grand to get it. All that said, for the concept, I mean, this is a double 1911. For the concept, it's pretty well executed. We did have problems occasionally feeding the last round in the magazine, but that seems like a magazine issue rather than a gun issue. And that might be something that's easily fixed, but I don't know. Since you're not going to be using this for self-defense, it seems like that last round reliability isn't of utmost importance. You're probably buying this for your collection or just for fun. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be ragging on this gun in the comments, but this gun isn't for everybody. For those of you looking for something fun, something unique, something out of the ordinary, and you got 6 G's to blow, I think you'll be happy with it. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. And I know since some of you guys are probably curious, here's what the back of that TV looks like after shooting it with 45 ball ammunition. Not necessarily the cleanest exits, but your 45 definitely has enough oomph to get through a TV, then some. As you can see though, not all the 45 actually made it all the way through the TV. There are quite a few divots, and I'm sure there's some 45 slugs rattling around inside that TV right now.